looked too good to be true.
What was it exactly?
It was a Robin something or other. And then there was another one. There's a couple of them out there for sale I seen just yesterday.
Which yard sale site is it?
It's the one off of Facebook.
Okay, well there's lots of them. That's why I didn't know if it was like the Wayne County one or CB sale or swap one or which one it was.
I just think it don't make any damn difference. Cause I go in and I got Wayne County stuff, but the stuff is all mixed because it comes from everywhere.
Yeah, I often like to look for the stuff in Wayne County alone because that way I can come try it out, see how well it works, things like that. I don't I don't like to trust stuff that someone has to ship it because then you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah, Roger. A lot of people say, oh, it works well, but there's no insides in the radio. Last two sets I had was about 15 years ago. I was in New Jersey. I was doing a clean out and this old chicken coop. People have been throwing stuff in there, I don't know, 50, 60 years. And we got the whole place cleaned out. And I got to like this last room and I looked over and there's a bunch of tube set radios. And I asked my friends, so if I take them? And, yeah, hell yeah, I brought them home. And I kept 2 or 3 of them. And then my hand friend, the one that I let me use his RCA 2990, I gave him one. I forget what the hell it was, but I had 2 other ones. I didn't know what I did with them. And then about a month later, he died on me.
That sucks.
He was a young guy. He was like your age, well then.
Yeah, this one here, I had to add a power mic to it. That's why I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe it had a little bit better audio or something, but I've got the power mic almost turned all the way up too. That's the weird thing,
I'm sure there's no mic gain on the radio.
No, there's not.
You got a pod inside the cane?
Do I have what now?
You got something inside the cane?
Do I have something inside of it?
Can you turn anything on the inside of the radio up for your audio?
Oh, okay, I get you. I think there is an adjustment pod on the radio inside. I'll have to go in there and mess around with it. I haven't even tried that.
There's all kinds of names for them, but, variable this and variable that, potentiometer, all the same to me, variable resistor, whatever, tuning pod.
Yeah, I've got a list right here of, it's like a little schematic block diagram thing, if you want to call it that. It shows where everything's at on here. And it doesn't even show it on here, because I know I've seen it in the Sam's manual. That's the weird part.
Yeah, right. I wish I could figure out why this radio ain't got a fruit kind of jack in the back of it. When all the ones I looked at on YouTube and stuff, they all had it. What makes me think that this guy put this faceplate on the front of this, which, this faceplate can go on a lot of radios, not just this one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I've looked at a lot of different ones, and I know you've mentioned that too, is that yours don't have the jack, and all the ones I looked at have had the jack.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of radios that, it's configured the same as this, I got the one thing that goes from the A to E, with the different bands, and I got PA to, FM, AM, upper and lower sideband, but there's a lot of radios, the knobs and what they do is all in the same places.
Yep, I hear you that. Are you looking to get any more radios?
As in what kind of radios?
Well, I put an ad out on Craigslist about a month ago looking for old UCB radios, and when I meant that, I meant like just, maybe somebody wanted like $10 or something like that for them, because how I like to, get a hold of them and bring them back to life. And somebody from Saratoga, North Carolina, chimed in and says, hey, I got this, it's a Galaxy 86V, and he's got a power supply to go with it, and he's also got a dipole. And at first he wanted $300, and he says, well, but I'll bring it down to $200 for you, because he was talking about he just lost his job as a truck driver, and it's just sitting around and all that, and this, that, and the other. And I emailed him back. I said, man, it looks nice, but I don't have the money, not that kind of money anyways. He goes, well, if you want, I'll drop it down to $130 for you today if you come and get it. So I was like, it was tempting, but I didn't know if maybe you might be interested. It's got a freak counter on the front of it, though.
Well, I don't really call it a freak counter. I call it a frequency display. You know, if it's got an open clarifier and all that stuff, and you can move around a little bit, and then, you know, it's something like that. Because most of them are just frequency displays, you know.
I got you. Yeah, you're right. It's just tells you kind of where you're at. It's not really a true frequency meter like you would get on a actual amateur radio. But for $130, I thought that's not a bad deal. You know, I mean that's a dual final radio, as I understand. It's the same size as a Cobra 29, so you know that's kind of nice for if you don't have a lot of space to work with a big chassis radio.
And remember a while back, I thought I saw a hammer or something like that with a spectrum analyzer on it. I went back and looked at that and found that, you know, I wasn't looking at the right thing there. It was an audio thing on the side. What it was.
Oh, okay, cool.
I forget what the heck it was. It was a new ham radio. Because I was on this one site on YouTube, and this guy was in some other country, and he was messing with it, saying he had stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, it was just a voice thing.
That's pretty cool. So, just out of curiosity, you said this doesn't have a lot of modulation in it as we speak?
No, it's not blasting loud, it's just clear.
Okay, well, I guess that's a good thing considering that, you know, I got this from my father-in-law after he died, and I had to bring it back to life because, you know, it didn't work. It had a bad power cord. It had some bad capacitors in it. The microphone had a burned out element in it. All the tubes were, you know, I had to test all those, clean everything up. So I say I've come a long ways with it, you know.
Roger. You know, when I was a kid, that's all I had was tubes. The guy couldn't figure me out. You know, I'm like, you know, 11, 12 years old. I got a whole room full of shortwave radios with nothing but tubes in them. He couldn't figure out where the heck I was getting them from. He knew where I got that, because I had one that was called a Minerva Globe Tracker or something like that. That was my shortwave radio, but he didn't even know where the hell that came from. He said, where are you getting these damn things?
Huh, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I've really I've really liked these tube radios. I mean, it just seems like they're a lot easier to work on for me. And, you know, they say the class is in the glass, so I like to keep it like that.
Yeah, well, they still reproduce some of that stuff. I know they do it with stereo amplifiers. I doubt if they do it with CD radios, but there's somebody out there's hoarding tubes. I know they are.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've noticed that they do still make stereo amplifiers with tubes like you mentioned, but you know, I just think it's pretty cool. You know, I like tube stuff, so.
I heard that. Me too, but I just don't bother with it anymore because, you know, it's not like you can just walk down the street to a Radio Shack and get your tubes checked out. That's why I got a portable and I just keep it in the house for that reason.